Now, back from prehistoric times, here's Flint. Meanwhile, at the Time Bureau. Watch Flint strike. Crossing the time barrier to save the world. Defending justice through time and space. Flint the Time Detective.
All right, everybody, keep a real sharp lookout for Dipper. Afghanistan is a mighty big place.
I can't see a thing through all the
I
sand.
know! It's stinging my eye! Flint, why don't we land until the storm is over?
Oh, wait, we might not have a choice about landing. The engines are getting clogged.
Is everybody okay?
I can't really tell yet.
Is anybody else really thirsty, or is it just me?
Thirsty, very thirsty!
If you're thirsty, refresh yourselves at the Oasis.
Huh? I thought it was a mirage.
It looks real to me.
What are we waiting for?
Who cares about an oasis? I want something to drink.
Well, there's plenty of water available at an Oasis.
Oh, great! Lots of water for drinking. Yay!
All right, water, here we go.
Wow.
Man, that's good.
Huh? Oh,
Oh,
It's all a misunderstanding.
right!
hold it. I'm sure we can work this out, can't we?
Silence, infidel! How dare you go swimming in our precious water supply?
Sorry, sir. We had no idea.
You think it rains here every day?
Come on, ease up, Abdul, before I give you another soaking.
It's our buddy Dipper.
I'm pretty sure they didn't mean your old watering hole any harm. Why don't you let him go, Abdul?
It's our local custom. Those who steal water must be dealt with.
Listen, I'll make you a deal. I'll find you another water hole, or my name's not Marco Polo.
That's Marco Polo?
He's just a kid like us.
He's gonna find another watering hole?
Let's hope so.
Of course he'll find some more water. He never fails. After all, I trained him.
Wow!
It's a miracle.
A brand new watering hole, just like I promised. So what do you say we forget about the infidels?
Forget them? That would make a mockery of our law.
Well, I guess you're not too interested in having me find any more water for you, huh?
Please, sir, let's not be hasty.
So how about making an exception this time?
For you, anything.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Glad I could help out.
He's got that poor man eating right out of his hand.
Yep, sure looks that way.
Here in Quaja Maroof, the peasants don't argue with me. I just have to be firm with them.
I guess controlling the water helps.
You bet. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, we are getting kind of hungry.
Been a while since you ate? I can take care of that. Ali Pasha is a friend of mine. We'll go over to his house and get something to eat.
Yay! Eats! Yay!
Of course, please make yourselves at home. Let my servants polish your machine. I'm only too happy to receive you. In fact, we've had far too few visitors from foreign lands. Of course, friends of Marco Polo are special friends indeed.
Come on, I'll show you my room.
Hey! We can eat soon?
Oh, yeah, food like you wouldn't believe. They always take good care of me.
That insolent, manipulating little brat. If it weren't for his gift for finding water, I'd toss him out of here in a heartbeat.
So my uncle and father and I left Venice in 1271. It took us over a year to get here to Afghanistan, and boy, what an expedition I've had.
So far, he's accurate according to the history I've studied. That would make this the year 1273, wouldn't it, Terry?
That's right. The Polos established trade routes to China that were known as the Silk Road.
Along the way, I've had about 1 million amazing adventures. Want me to tell you about them?
Ha! Sure, if you like.
Tell us, Marco!
One of my adventures took place near Constantinople. Turkey is just full of dragons, in case you didn't know. I found a chest full of jewels in a cave, but the cave was guarded by one of those dragons. Of course, I had to slay it to get away with the gems. Then in Persia, I beat up 40 thieves and took their magic carpet. And then I rescued a princess from her kidnappers. I paid some of them off with the jewels from the cave, but I had to fight the rest of them. They were tough, but I finally cast a spell on them and they gave up and ran away. I think it's important to fill in every last detail, because I can see how impressed you are by the whole story.
Wow, great, terrific, Marco.
Although the exact method I used to train Dipper to find water is a little complicated to go into. You know, come to think of it, I've probably had more adventures, narrow escapes, and excitement than anyone who ever lived.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes I go on adventures.
Yeah? Like what?
Well, I get to travel through time with my pals, make friends with lots of time shifters, and work as a detective.
Think that's something? That's nothing compared to my fighting a monster bigger than a mountain. He was belching fire and smoke just like a volcano. During the fight, I split him in two just like a grapefruit. Then I captured a whirlwind to ride and took the monster to the dark side of the moon where I left him.
This little braggart became a world-famous explorer?
According to all the history books.
Maybe history got it wrong.
Patience, kids. Maybe he's the real reason we're here. Fate is funny that way.
I try not to use my sorcery unless I really have to.
So this little scamp has Dipper with him, does he? How intriguing.
Yeah, but he's the sorcerer. He might even be stronger than Flint is.
All you have to know is how to change a negative into a positive.
Just be positive you don't mess it up.
Set a course for Khwaja Maruf in the year 1273. Punch it!
Enough with the spins. You know I get dizzy. Oh, yeah? You ain't spun nothing yet. Whoa! Whoa! Why do you do that?
And let me find my father and uncle and take care of them wherever they are and help me to be honest and good the way I should be and...
Good evening, Master Polo. Please forgive this intrusion into your privacy. Ali Pasha has asked me to provide you with some entertainment.
Well, yes. What a good idea. Nice of him to think of it. Sure, you can, begin, I guess. Wow!
Relax. Hit it, boys.
Way to go, boss. Who knew you could dance so well? You really busted a move.
That's not all I'll bust if you blow out cover. Watch this. Oh!
What a fancy move. Yeah, complete with percussion.
I just threw my back out.
Oh, boss, you were dancing so good and now you look like a statue. Or she could be a sign pointing for pedestrians who want to walk to the right. Hey, wait, we could turn her upside down and she could be the human letter F.
I know exactly how to fix your aching back. This won't hurt a bit.
Gently unfragile. Oh! Ah!
Just breathe normally. Stay nice and loose. Now a deep breath.
That is the funniest show I've ever seen in my life.
I'm glad you found our humble effort so enjoyable. How gratifying. We would consider it a great honor if you would consent to spend some time with us.
Yeah? You mean it?
Master Polo, I have come to warn you about Flint. He's a thief. And even worse, he and his friends are actually evil gargoyles who are trying to take over the universe.
I can't believe it.
Worst of all, they're here to take Dipper away from you. We mustn't let them get away with it! I invite you to join my crusade against injustice and evildoers everywhere!
Give the little lady a big hand! And we are her lovely assistants!
Now listen up, kid. You got powers, I got powers. You help me, I'll help you. Let's work together and we both get something. The first thing we gotta do is get those animals off the street.
What's gotten into you? Why'd you have us locked up?
We didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, good guys! We're the good guys!
Yeah, right. I found out the whole pack of you was up to no good.
You took the word of the biggest liar in the world? You've got a lot to learn.
Her name is Petrofina, and she is the evil one.
Have a look behind you.
Hey, let him go!
Forget about it, Polo. This is the Petra Stamp, kid, and I'm gonna work a little bit of magic with it. It has this really amazing effect on time shifters. It makes them want to do what I tell them. You're up, Dipper.
How can we help him?
Ah, yes, this is always my favorite part of the show. Make my day! Petrify to Dippercon!
What have you done?
Well, that should be obvious. He was your pet for a while, and now he's my pet. And before we go, we're gonna have a little fun.
Do something, Flint!
Yeah, Flint, bend the bars and get us out of here.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't have any breakfast this morning. And when I don't eat, my stomach hurts and I'm completely useless.
Flint, when will you learn that breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
It's our old friend Merla.
Behold, cowardly villains tremble before me. Away! Hold it a minute. Where did that blowtorch come from? Yeah!
You know how to make an entrance, I'll give you that.
Oh, Merla.
So did anyone get that bus's number?
Use your sorcery. Come on, Marco, use some of those powers you told us about.
Come on, Marco, you're our only hope.
My powers?
Ninja, do your stuff. You can take care of them.
I, Super Ninja, tremble before no sorcerer or wizard. Great is my power and skill. Come, Polo, receive your reward!
Oh, help! Don't let him get me!
I expected more. He's nothing but a fraidy cat.
A mighty sorcerer with magical powers, huh?
Maybe he's saving him for later.
So, Flint, it appears your little friend Marco Polo has left you to fend for yourself. What a pity. Well, the show must go on.
Yeah, Murloc was right about one thing. I gotta remember to eat breakfast.
Isn't it great having the place to ourselves? Got enough to eat, Supra. The concession stand is closed, but I got us a feast anyway. Can you kids see okay? I saved you the best seats in the house.
What's to see?
I'd rather not know.
Well, no soon enough.
You gotta pull yourself together, son!
I don't think I could do it, Dad. He'll roast me like a hot dog.
Dipper Con Petra Broil!
Don't worry, I'll protect you!
Thanks, Dad. I got a feeling I'm gonna need it.
Take a deep breath! Oh, no!
Now, you boys are getting this on tape, aren't you? I'm gonna want to send a copy to the Dark Lord.
We got a better idea, boss. America's funniest cookout.
I'm discombobulated and I'm really hungry. Anybody got a cheeseburger, maybe with pickles and onions? Just don't make it sharp broiled. Now?
You gotta reach down deep.
He needs food.
Hey, Tony, Sarah.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, I know that getting you locked up was a dumb thing, and I'm sorry, but now I want to do something to help.
If you really want to help, then figure out a way to get us out of here. That is, if you're not too busy hanging around with your new buddies.
Hey, come on, I said that I was sorry, didn't I? And I meant it. Oh, look. I've been a real jerk, and I wish there was some way I could make it up to you.
Actually, there is something you could do, but it would take a lot of courage.
Tell me, I'll try.
You could get the key that hangs around Petrofina's neck.
What, are you kidding? How?
Marco, there has got to be a way.
Hey, you better forget about it, Sarah. He's just too scared.
Well, sure, I'm scared. I've been scared my whole life. Aren't you?
Not all day, every day.
I envy you then. I can't remember a time when I wasn't terrified of just about everything. When my dad and uncle and I first came here from Venice, I thought there were monsters in every sandstorm. Then Dipper showed up and kept me company. That made me feel better. But one night we were surrounded by wolves, and I spent the whole night crying. No courage at all. My dad didn't say anything, but I felt he was pretty disgusted with me. Anyway, I was disgusted with myself. I don't think I can go another step unless I get a drink of water. Wow! Amazing! You and I could turn the whole desert into a paradise! We didn't. I kept Dipper's secret to myself so I could boss people around.
Marco, I understand what you were going through, but now it's time to grow up. You have more strength within you than you realize. It's time to use some of it.
Ha! Ha ha! What a throw!
No, I don't think I can do this. You're sure this is the only way?
Getting that key is the only way to unlock the cage and set us free, Marco.
Gently. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. A little more.
Pull!
I got it! Ha!
Super catch, Merla.
Wow, boss, you look like a flounder.
Don't just stand there! They got the key to the cave!
The key? They got the key to the cage? How could they do that?
Bye. So long.
That bad, huh? What do you recommend?
I think Coconut and Mosby might fill the bill.
They're on their way.
Hey! Things aren't nearly as bad as you look.
I thought we could play nicely together for a little while, but I see now that was never a possibility. All right, sicko Dipper Con!
Stop! Don't do this! You don't want to hurt anyone? Dipper, I know how good you are. Don't punish them because I was so selfish.
Hands up, you guys!
Help's here,
Stabilizing beam!
Hurry, guys! You gotta get Flint back to normal! Right! First, some water!
The water looks like a step in the right direction.
Now, are you ready to help Marco?
I still can't do anything without food.
Here, have a whole banquet.
Thanks, full, and I'm back.
Son, you still got a problem.
Problem? What problem? Oh, that one there?
Roast them, bake them, cook them to a T. Now don't do a thing till you hear from me. Let's wrap this up.
No, Dipper! Rainbow! Remember, Dipper? A rainbow? Out in the middle of the desert, when I thought I couldn't go on, you took care of me. I want to remember you for the way you gave me strength and hope, Dipper. Yeah! Thank you for being my friend.
Well, you gonna just stand here and watch?
I have not carried out the Dark Lord's commands. I must resolve to fulfill my mission. Humiliation is the price of failure, and I refuse to fail.
You guys better hurry and shapeshift! Coconut Master!
Mosby Master!
Dipper Master!
Well, now that doesn't seem completely fair, does it?
Looks fair to me.
It's time that ninja got a good taste of his own medicine.
Actually, humiliation is starting to look pretty good. Stop it! I yield! I've had enough! Please, no more of this! Uncle, I can't take it! You win, Mommy!
Flint, it isn't over yet. Ninjas, who needs them?
Boy, that looks like one happy reunion.
Of course, Mosby is Dipper's little brother.
Now that you mention it, they both do look kind of alike.
I'm really glad to meet all of you. You can't imagine how much I'm going to miss you guys. Especially you, Dipper. You're the best. Thanks, friend. As for the rest of you, I really hope I get to see you again someday.
That's a possibility, Marco. Good luck to you with the rest of your adventures.
Thank you, Sarah.
Marco, there's some people you know that are coming this way.
Some people I know. How's that possible?
I'd say you know them.
Take care, Marco!
Memory beam erase mode in effect.
I wonder what that's supposed to mean. What was I doing? Waiting for somebody, or...?
Marco, where have you been, my boy? I've been looking all over for you. I was worried.
Oh, Papa, I'm so glad you found me! Hey!
Well, what do you know? Niccolo and I had just about given up on you.
Tell me, if you're not up to the trip, your Uncle Maffeo and you and I will return to Venice.
I don't want to miss a single second of this trip. Whatever happens, the time I spent with you is the very best part of our adventure.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
He'll earn his reputation as quite an adventurer.
Papa, I want to continue all the way to China. From what you've said, it's a fascinating country, and I'd like to get to know it really well.
Look at that, he's really starting to grow up. Hang on, everybody.
It's true, Master. The mission was not what you would call a rousing success. In fact, it was a complete shambles. A disaster.
Yes, I know, Super Ninja. Ah, well, no sense crying over spilled hemlock. Relax, I've prepared a chair for you on the porch at the old ninja's home. Your replacement is already aboard Petrofina's ship.
I don't even notice the nose. How about you, Mike? Nose? What nose? It's a patch!
It's been another week and I'm still no closer than I was to running the universe.
Perhaps you should start a second career as a belly dancer.
All right, somebody got a smart remark about my dancing?
No, I didn't say anything. Call me crazy, boss, but I thought it came from your Petra stamp.
What's going on here?
Your friend Super Ninja is taking some time off. Had to. He failed. The Dark Lord sent me in his place. Call me the Uglinator.